What's that? You want to know how to take your LEGO Star Wars Separatist army to the next level? Well, I'll tell you how. Getting right into it, here are 7 ways to improve your LEGO Separatist army. Tip number 1. Give your regular old battle droid a droid pack. A-boom. Not only is this more accurate to the Star Wars films, but it just in general looks a whole lot better than, say, your normal battle droid. I mean, really, this is just pathetic, this one. So this is actually a super easy to make little droid pack. First things first, you just need a 1x2 plate brick here. Then you're going to need a 1x1 translucent stud, red stud. Throw it on the bottom. Then you are going to need a completely black lever. Throw it on the top, tilt it upwards. Then you're going to grab your battle droid, take the middle there, and throw it on that stud on the back of your droid. And now you have a very clean, very fresh, and upgraded LEGO battle droid. Which, let's face it, is much better looking than this pathetic, weak little normal battle droid. Not to mention, this is much more accurate to the films as well. I mean, just look at this guy. Like, this guy is so weak, right? Boom. He can't even take a rock. Okay? Can't even take a rock to the face. Meanwhile, this battle droid, deflected. You know what I'm saying? Upgraded battle droid. You're welcome. And you can even do this to multiple battle droids. So let's get these weak, little, useless, good-for-nothing battle droids and just throw them out of here. You know, get them out of here, out of my way. And now they're going to be replaced with these amazing battle droids. So now that you've got these cool backpacks on your droids, the next step, the second tip anyway, on how to improve your Separatist army is to create some custom guns. So, you know, I'm going to call this close enough to an AK-47. Boom. You give it to your droid. Now, they're dangerous, okay? Before they just had little blasters. Clones can avoid blasters. But an AK-47, let's see a clone just try and get away from that. Huh, well, I guess he couldn't get away from that. There you go. If you're wondering how to build this, it's not too complicated. You get this little black cylinder-like piece here. You get this little black piece. You throw it onto there. Not too bad. Then you're going to want to take this piece here and attach it onto there. Next up, you take this piece right here and you throw it onto there. Then you're going to need this little scope. Old, used to be the candle piece LEGO used. Throw it on the end. And then you're going to need a black hot dog. I know that's weird, but that's what I'm using here. You throw it into the bottom there, and now you got yourself an AK-47 for your battle droid. But if you really want to improve your droids, you could even get another custom gun, which is this little bazooka, or, you know, rocket launcher, or however you want to call it, with a scope. And this is even easier to make than the AK-47, so don't you worry. So all these pieces laid up for you are all you're going to need for this little gun. So first you're going to take these 2 pieces and just throw them together. Next up, you're going to take this piece here, and if you don't drop it anyway, you can add it on to the end there. Then you take this piece, you throw it on sideways, and then you take the black lightsaber hilt and attach it to that. There you go. And finally, you just add this to the very end there. And now you've got your rocket launcher with the scope. So now, we're going to get rid of these 2, because we don't need them anymore. And we are going to throw in our newly upgraded droids with the epic custom guns. Tip number 3 on how to upgrade your Separatist army is to take these dark gray binocular pieces, throw it onto the back of your battle droids, and now your battle droid has a jetpack and it can fly off. Which is a lot scarier than just a normal battle droid. Isn't that right, Mr. Clone? I think the results speak for themselves. And yes, if you didn't catch it before, you can add on these translucent white cylinder pieces to the bottom of your battle droid's feet with the jetpack to make it look as if they're actually flying. Now let's take out this last normal battle droid, because nobody needs normal battle droids anymore, and add in our new jetpack droid. So technically this is still tip number 3, is add a jetpack for your super battle droid. This is super accurate, or at least I like to think super accurate, to the jetpacks that we see the super battle droid using in the Star Wars The Clone Wars series. So it's a pretty nice, And once again, you can add the cylinder pieces to the bottom in translucent white to make it look as if they're flying. And now I will show you how to make these little jetpacks for yourself. Again, laid before you is all you will need for this. So you take this 1x3, whatever you want to call it, and then you take the 1x1 of the same, it's all in dark gray of course, and you put it on top. Then you take these little vent pieces, put it on the sides, and these can kind of go anywhere. Like you could put it here, you could put it at the bottom, or you could put it in the middle, which is what I think looks the best. And then you see this little hole at the very top here for the super battle droid. That is where you're going to want to put that stud there. So you just throw on the stud, and it can be a little hard to put on at times, but eventually you will get it, and then you have your upgraded super battle droid with the jetpack, which is once again a lot scarier than a normal super battle droid without a jetpack. Isn't that right, Mr. Clone? Once again, the results speak for themselves. And now, we get rid of those guys and throw in our newly upgraded super battle droids with jetpacks. Tip number 4 on how to upgrade your Separatist army is to take your commando droids and give them a machete, just like the swords that they use in the Clone Wars series. Now your commando droids will be able to stab their clone enemies to their heart's content. Isn't it beautiful, Mr. Clone? He says yes. So an easy way to make them so they can hold the gun and their sword is to give them one of these pieces and attach it onto their back, like so. And then you get your machete and you attach that onto there. And now boom, they have both weapons. So we get rid of this old commando droid and we throw in our upgraded one. Oh yeah. Tip number 7 on how to upgrade your Separatist army is instead of just using the classic boring old assassin droid here, you toss it to the side and you make yourself an all new, custom, actually capable of assassinating people, assassin droid. Now laid before you are all the pieces you're going to need to make this assassin droid. So you're going to need some dark gray legs and a dark gray droid body. And you're going to attach it this way so you can take this little arc reactor from an Iron Man suit and put it on the front. Don't kill me if that's not called an arc reactor. I might be wrong, I don't know. But it doesn't have to be this piece necessarily. I'm sure any 1x1 stud-like technical piece you could just throw right on there. It could even just be a clear translucent flat piece like a translucent blue or red and just slapped in the middle. And I'm sure it has the same effect. Then you're going to need 2 General Grievous arms. Make sure the white is facing on the outside of them. Click that on, and then you grab the other one and throw that one on. There you like so. This allows for more rangeability of motions and to make it just look absolutely epic if you ever want to take some pictures with it or throw it in a mock of sorts. For the head, you're going to need this little grabby wrench piece. One of these dark gray pieces here. Not that hard. You flip it upside down and you attach it like so. Then you're going to need another red, translucent red stud. Put that on. Then you're going to need a dark gray stud. Throw it on the top. And now you just attach the head. Nice and simple little droid, assassin droid for you. And then you get a dark black. I was going to say dark black. You grab a black hilt and you throw on a black saber to it. And, oops, then you just do it a second time. And you throw it on to his hands. I like to pretend that these are like training lightsabers that the Jedis use. that this little assassin droid just stole. So now you throw him in place of where your old assassin droid was standing. Now you have a much better one. And that's tip number 4. Now it's time for tip number 6. Build your droids a base. Get some turrets on the top so they can properly defend their base. Throw on some antenna of sorts so that way they can communicate to other droid bases or just droid locations if they need the help. And make it so you could easily take off the roof. As you can see, I use these little stud bases here. Make a nice little entrance. Ignore that sound. And then if you look on inside, I got some controls here. Some other controls here. They're looking at some new power sources that they can look at. They're looking at some new suits to improve their droid army. And I even threw in a little med bay. And if you look here, you can see that the little scan reports that the droid just has a slight crack in their rib cage, but they should hopefully be fine. And we got a little heart rate. It's alive for now. And yeah, there you go. That is tip number 6 for you. Build your droids, or Separatist army, I suppose, a base. Tip number 7 is to just completely ignore all this stuff that we just worked so very hard on. I'm actually impressed that these stayed. You get rid of these, right? You ignore that for a quick second. And you build your battle droids some mechs. So that way they can properly defend themselves. They got legs. They've got arms. They have a full 360 rotation spin so they can attack their enemies from behind. This guy even has a switchblade that can turn from the back to the front, like so. And boom, you got some controls on the top. Now, they are ready to destroy any clone that comes at them. But what's that I hear you saying? Mr. Clone here, or whatever clone you're fighting, turns out to be Superman and defeats your droid mech anyway? Well, I have the solution. Tip number 7 is to really just make a bigger mech. Oh yeah. Now, if you guys want a full tutorial on how to make these silly little mechs that I made, let me know in the comment section down below. And if this video gets enough views, likes, and comments saying you want a tutorial on how to make these, then I will make a video on how to make them. If not, then, just don't say anything and I will just never post a video on how to make these. Because this would take way too long of a video if I were to show you right now. So, it will be a separate video if I get enough comments saying you want to see how to make this. But, overall, that is basically it for all of your tips, for all 7 tips to improve your Separatist army. But wait, what's that? You want a bonus tip for making it this far into the video? Alright, fine. If you guys made it this far into the video, thank you all for watching. And make sure to let me know you made it this far by commenting down below #bonus tip. And with that, here is your bonus tip. The bonus tip on how to improve your LEGO Star Wars Separatist army is to simply buy more droids. And there you go, there's your bonus tip. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and other words. And subscribe.